Now, that case is just part of the conversation right now about race inequality. It's happening all across the country. Today, leaders from Hillsborough County's African-American community stood shoulder to shoulder with the heads of area enforcement agencies. Together, they announced an agreement described as the first steps on a long road to rebuilding trust. 10 Tampa Bay's Eric Glasser shows you what's in that agreement and what comes next.
With leaders from Hillsborough County's law enforcement agencies looking on, Tampa's NAACP president, Yvette Lewis, described their first meeting as uncomfortable.
But it was much needed and long overdue.
The board announced its first set of 5 commitments from local law enforcement. They include policies requiring officers to intervene when they witness the use of excessive force, a set of uniform policies across Hillsborough County when it comes to training for civil unrest, de-escalation techniques, a ban on chokeholds, and implicit bias education training.
You have to acknowledge the problem going forward.
It's very prevalent inside of our community. It's real.
Another agreement, the Florida Department of Law Enforcement will now conduct an independent investigation when a fatal shooting or in-custody death occurs in Hillsborough County.
It's about accountability. It's about trust through transparency.
There were also commitments to expand community policing and transparency through expanded use of police body and squad car cameras.
Law enforcement is driving too many of those conversations, and maybe we need to start listening more so that we can get to where we need to be.
In addition to the 5 commitments, the NAACP renewed its call for changes in Tampa's Citizens Review Board, asking the mayor to transfer oversight to the city council.
If you're all about a diverse city, meet us at the table.
Members of this newly formed board say they will continue to meet on a monthly basis for now, addressing these most pressing issues, and then beyond that on a quarterly basis or as needed to keep the lines of communication open and hopefully continue to build trust. Their next meeting is set for July 22nd.
Sheriff Chronister said the FDLE only requires bias training every 4 years, but they've made a commitment to have it every year and include the NAACP and the ACLU in that training. Law enforcement agencies all around the Bay Area are reviewing their policies in light of recent events. You can see what they are now implementing or even planning to do at 10tampabay.com.